What's going on, IHSA football family? Welcome to episode 3, season 4 of DuPage Run and Shoot. My name is Patrick Kohler, your co-host. We got Matt Lauterbach on the show with us again. Matt, how you doing?
Doing great. Doing wonderful right now. Getting ready for some more football Friday tomorrow night. Station's gonna be booming and buzzing, and I know you and I are gonna have a good time covering some more football games tonight and tomorrow.
Well, let's get started with our week 2 recaps and stuff. First one, a game that came down to the wire as always. Naperville Central 24, Naperville North 21.
Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. I just want to say for everyone watching who watched last week's show out there, I was right about one thing. I took home a W in score predictions. I accurately predicted it would be 24-21. But
Wrong team.
I said it would be 24-21 in favor of North. I'm pretty sure there were some Naperville Central people out there who saw me and
that want to throw batteries at you.
That want to throw batteries and battery acid, among other things, at me right now. And let me just say, for any of you Centralites out there, this is for me. This is for me. This is for me.
That's
Forever
really
doubting
eating
you.
some shit right now. Okay.
Yes, this is entirely me forever doubting you. Uh I yeah, I told, what was it, one of Central's linemen who I cover a lot because he's also on the bowling team, which is that's my go-to sport. Um he was just saying a whole bunch of shit like you never should have fucking doubted us. You never should have betted against us. And you know what? He's right. He's right. I was wrong. I own up to it. I will take my freshly dose of karma this evening, and I will take this L. Because I know better now.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Well, it was a good game on Friday. Jacob Bell, holy shit, he looks more comfortable as a passer. Sure, he got help with Chico Thomas and Quinn Morris, but Jesus Christ, those guys can catch.
Yeah, Jacob Bell, from what I saw in the game, he is ready. He looks set. He looks comfortable. The man is going to easily be a threat, whoever he's playing against this year. He is an exceptional quarterback.
Sebastian Hayes got better through a couple touchdowns. Aiden
Yeah.
Clark scored at every touchdown. North had 373 receiving yards as a team total. 110 of those were from Quinn Morris, 2 touchdowns. 107 of those were from Chico Thomas and a touchdown.
I
Jacob
mean,
Bell looks
yeah.
373 yards.
Huh. Against a pretty stout Naperville Central defense. I mean,
Well, the
granted,
receivers just made some great catches.
yeah, his receivers were all over the place, getting separation, just going up in the air and grabbing it on Friday night. They were everywhere. But I also have to give credit to Sebastian Hayes. He looked back to his old self. I mean, threw a good deep ball, caught for a touchdown, had another one later on. And then, I mean, the biggest question mark I had in this game was how was Central's offense going to compete or, compare with Jacob Bell? Because after what we saw with Jacob Bell against New Trier a couple weeks ago, I thought the North offense would be too much to handle for Central's defense.
It looked like it at parts of the game, and then Central's
Yeah.
defense turned it on with them bringing the pressure and Jake
Yeah.
Standish, two huge sacks late in the game, one to win
Yeah.
them the game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they really stepped it up. Um, I just want to go take a look. 4th and 10. I don't know how far away it was from, the
It would
kicker's
have been a
range.
long field goal for Tyler Jewell, so I respect the decision for North to go for it. Consider of how Bell's been throwing the ball all night long,
Yeah.
but it didn't quite work at the end.
No, it didn't because that's when Central really began to ramp up the pressure and just take it to Jacob Bell. And again, that Central defense, they know how to step up
Ball was good. The ball was
when the
snapped.
time is right.
North had the ball at the Central 25-yard line on the fourth down. So
I I would have just I mean it's right around his range. I don't know. You're looking at like a minute and a half left. You're 4th and 10. I would have
it
just
would have been a long field goal, at least
yeah,
almost 40 yards.
and like 40, like maybe a little bit more. I don't know. I still maybe would have taken the field goal. I know it's like kind of pushing his range, but it's like I mean, you take the field goal and you convert it, you live to fight another day.
Exactly. But North did not. They are
Yeah.
0-2. Aiden Clark for Central also had another big game with 133 rushing yards.
Yeah. Again, I said it. Aiden Clark was going to be a monster. And again, he was a monster on Friday night, and he stepped up in a big way again against a team that he's always been huge against so far. We saw it in last year's crosstown game, ripped off a big touchdown run to win them the game. And then this year, scored again and was a key catalyst again. But I have to give a lot of props to Sebastian Hayes because he looked nigh unstoppable early on. I mean, he was flinging the football around out there. So
And he's just going to get better and better early on as the game goes, as the year goes.
he is going to get better. I just wasn't sure how quickly it would take for him to get back in the swing of things. I wasn't sure if it would happen against Naperville North, but it did happen. And that's why I'm up here eating a helpful bag of shit because I
It
got it wrong. So I
happens.
again, all you red hawk.
We both got some games wrong. It's okay.
Well, yeah, I mean the one that kind of just, again, I was like, of course I work in Naperville and yeah, we cover Naperville Central, Naperville North on a daily basis almost, but I mean, I know more people from Central than I do from North, so they felt kind of betrayed by me that, it's like they felt kind of betrayed. It's like, why is Matt cheering for a Naperville North team to win all of a sudden? And I was just like, I just hold up. Let me just show you the facts here. And yeah, the facts, I got to toss those facts to the side and I
It
had to
was a
toss the
close game, so it was anybody's game. I mean, anybody could have won that game.
anybody could have won that game, but I will say I will take my soft victory for getting the score right because I mean it's not every day that you accurately predict the score to the end of
Right.
to the end of a key, you know, a classic crosstown game with a classic
So those
rivalry
are
run
two big
together.
wins for Naperville Central. Proves the 2-0. You get wins over Hinsdale Central, Naperville North. Now you got Andrew coming up, which we'll talk about that later. Naperville North will go to Lincoln Way Central, which we'll touch on later. But
Yeah.
great game as always. Next game, Wabansie Valley, 50. Plainfield East, 0. Okay, yeah, Plainfield East is not that good, but the fact that Waubonsie dropped 50.
The fact that they dropped 50, that's good, but also the fact that they didn't allow another point. I mean, they've started the year off with two
64
consecutive
nothing
shut.
outscoring their opponents in 2 weeks. 64 nothing.
Yeah, like two consecutive shutouts to start the season. That's a really good defense, right?
It's pick sixes for the defense. Josh Tinney and Owen Roberts. Christian
Yeah.
Simmons had a big touchdown run. He pulled some Reggie Bush shit. Did you see that run?
I unfortunately did not see highlights because it was so busy, but I did see the final score, and I was just like, yeah, the Waubonsie, they look ready to play. That their new coach, he's got them going.
Bujalowski's got those boys fired up.
Yeah, he really does. So, those guys started the season off ready to play, and God, they're showing it right now. And I mean, their Oswego game ended a little bit ugly on offense, but after this one, they really stepped it up.
Yeah, the schedule is still challenging. You got Bradley Bourbonnais coming up, and then Lockport, Stagg, Normal West, DeKalb, Lincoln Way Central, and Matia. So, well, Bonzi could surpass 5 wins this year.
They could. They could. You never know. They absolutely could, but that is a very good start for them to
Yep.
this season.
Next one. A big one. Matia Valley 31. Plainfield Central 6. Matia Valley got the win.
Last year, this game was close. This was like the only game Matia lost barely last year. And this year, they came out ready to play. I'm so happy for them.
I am too. Did you see that first touchdown of the game for the Mustangs?
Yeah, whoever their quarterback is, he was just slinging it around for them, and that's what
Jake
they.
McLeod, dude, that guy was ready to play this year after back from injury.
Yeah, he was ready. I mean, like Sebastian Hayes for Central, he was just ready to go, and he uh he just went out right at it right there, and
Dylan Liner with one of the touchdowns from Matia. I mean, he had to run across the whole field for his touchdown.
yeah, he just ran a line straight across the field, no pun intended, but uh that I I was impressed with Matia Valley. I'm so happy for them because that's their first win in like 2 years, almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years since September of 2022.
God, that's such a long time ago, but yeah, that's a great win for Matia Valley. The Mustangs, I mean, hey, they're officially 500 on the season, so this season is already. I mean, it's only 2 weeks in, but this season is already
Still,
better
though,
than.
good win for Matia. Now let's hope they can build on it.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Next game, Bennett 49, Moline 29. Bennett's got a running game going.
Hey, that's what they needed. That's what they needed to do. You said Bennett needed to get the running game going. They got to get the ground and pound working, and they got it working.
Yeah, the ground and pound game was led by who else but Martin Radgowski. 197 rushing yards, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's hey, 3 rushing touchdowns. They needed that. They needed that going forward
Yeah, it
for week.
looked like it was going to be a shootout because Moline was hanging around, and then Bennett Academy just blew it up. The game was tied at 14, and then Bennett outscores them 35-15.
Pretty good second half turnout for them.
I know it's only week 2, but Bennett has put up 84 points so far. 84.
The I mean, as long as long as we see the Bennett ground and pound game working and like it did on Friday night and that
And the
throwing
passing
game like
game.
it's been, yeah, the passing game like it's been the first couple weeks, the Red Wings are going to be in for a good year. I mean, that offense looks to be clicking right now. And when they get
Oh,
that ground
yes.
and pound game consistent, then that's not going to be good for opposing defenses.
Nope. Next one. Another team that's been, oh boy, another team that's been blowing it up. Downers Grove North, 42. Downers Grove South, 0.
I got hey, 40 wasn't that like the same score for them against East St. Louis?
O'Fallon,
Down to
yes.
DG or Fallon, I mean, yeah.
Yes.
Um yeah. Uh we predicted DGN would win last week, and hey, they came out and proved us right big time.
Caden Sorelli scored 4 touchdowns, and the Trojan defense held the Mustang offense to 4 first downs.
Yeah, that's wow. Hey, the Trojans, they look really good.
They
They're
do.
ready. I think they're gonna be. I think they may be state contenders this year with
Oh
how they're
yeah,
playing.
they are.
Yeah,
The way they're
they're ready.
exciting.
Yep.
Next game. This next game. This is a team that's not doing so well. Loyola beats Glenbard West 42-7. This is where I mean shit because I picked Glenbard West last week. Ugh.
Man, I picked Loyola, so I feel vindicated. That vindication has come back on my side, and yeah, this is where I get to laugh at you because you got to laugh at me earlier in this show, rightfully so, but now I get to laugh at you, rightfully so.
Ryan Fitzgerald for Loyola threw 3 touchdowns before he got hurt. Hope he's okay. Not to worry because Charlie Daly threw 3 more touchdowns for Loyola. So yeah, Loyola's they have like at least 4 quarterbacks in the room, and they'll still find a way to pull touchdowns out of their asses.
I mean, hey, it's great to have backup quarterbacks that are reliable and decent. I mean, if the Green Bay Packers had that with, and had contingency plans for no Jordan Love like they have right now, then they may be still in the talk of the conversation, but got to get solid backup quarterbacks, and you got to get some solid run defenses that can stop Saquon next time. But good for Loyola. I predicted you guys to win. I was the one who was riding with you. I said it was just a rough bump in the road to start, and you guys got me. You guys
But
proved
that,
me
but
right.
but then everyone's gonna ask this question: How good is East St. Louis?
Ish.
Because they destroyed Loyola, and Loyola destroyed Glenbard West. So
We'll just say East St. Louis is pretty decent. I mean, they beat a team outside of Illinois, and I mean, hey, it was just a bit of a rough patch for Loyola to start the season, but they got themselves going in the right direction now, and hey, they'll be pretty good, I think.
Glenbard West's only touchdown was a Jamarcus Kelly 80-yard TD run.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's
Hilltoppers
still
are in trouble, man.
uh yeah, Hilltoppers. I don't know about them. Didn't really inspire much
Yeah,
this year.
might be a down year this year for Glenbard West, but we'll see.
Hey,
Next game,
never
York
say
High
die.
School destroying your alma mater, Plainfield North, 35-13.
It just hasn't really been much of anything for the Tigers the past couple of years. Their offense is so anemic. I'm really not surprised by this, to be honest with you.
Bruno Masso
Um,
with 3 total touchdowns. The Duke scored all their touchdowns in the first half. Quinlan Hughes and Hunter Stepanek caught the touchdowns. And Henry Duda also popped a 83-yard touchdown run.
I just don't know about my Tigers anymore. I remember just take me back to the glory days when we were like playoff contenders and fluked our way to a not a state appearance. The Tiger offense, I've been to a couple games in the past couple years. They haven't really been anything much to be inspired about in recent years, and against a ranked school like York, you're not going to do much. I'm sorry. You're just not.
Yeah, York's in for another good year.
Yeah, they are. They are. They're going to be really tough to beat,
Yep.
especially for unranked teams.
Next one, Hinsdale Central, 38, Bolingbrook, 22. Big win for the Devils. The big win for the Devils. They had a 24-7 lead at one point. Riley Contreras threw a couple touchdowns. Good for the Devils to get that first win of the
Uh
season.
Hey, good for the Devils. I mean, this is what happens when you guys don't go on your opposing team's logos and talk smack before the game because you usually wind up with some good things happening, such as this. So,
Yeah, and
this is
I wonder why your your high school barstool page is private.
I wonder why. I
Just
wonder
remember,
why.
just remember, people can screen record shit nowadays and still share it.
Exactly.
You
Exactly.
think you're safer now? I wouldn't be too
I
comfortable.
wouldn't I wouldn't be too comfortable, Red Devils, but hey, you picked
You
up a
got your
much
win. You got your win. Now, go win another one.
Yeah, go in another one, and just don't talk smack again, please. Just, just stay
Especially
off
when
the
you're
team.
playing Lions Township, which we'll touch on later.
Yeah, you don't want to do that against Lions Township.
Next game, Hinsdale South, 34, Riverside Brookfield 9. The Hornets gonna win.
Hey, I'm happy. I'm happy the Hornets win. It's a little bit bittersweet because that's my parents' alma mater at Riverside Brookfield, but I mean, hey, the Hornets had a high flying offense this year, and
Thanks
they
to
definitely
Mikey
did it again.
Jefferson, who had 182 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns.
Like Jefferson having himself a game right there, and hey,
Langston Love
that's
of 201 passing yards, 2 total touchdowns.
decent game, solid game for him. Didn't make a whole lot of mistakes there. He was pretty efficient, but that run game for the Hornets, you got to be impressed with what you saw from them.
Oh, yes. Next one, Glenbard North, 19, Willowbrook 7. Let's go, Glenbard North.
Bar North looking very good early on again. And I think we both predicted they would win over Willowbrook last week.
Yep. Donato Gates scored all the touchdowns for the Panthers, including a late one to seal the deal. Willowbrook actually struck first with a Javon Boyd TD, and then in the second half, Glenbard North had a 7-6. Glenbard North made a huge stop on defense with a Zachariah Morris interception to kill a Willowbrook drive.
Mm, yeah. That defense got after them after that
Oh
touchdown.
yeah, that defense woke up for Glenbard North.
Yeah. Yeah, they
Next
did.
one, Addison Trail, 31, North Chicago 0. Let's go, Blazers. Let's keep it going.
Yeah. Keep it rolling. Keep it going.
Yep. Next game. This one I got wrong. West Aurora dominating 45-20 win over Glenbard East.
Did we both predict them to win?
If you picked West Aurora, I picked Glenbard East. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm clapping. I'm Mr. Clap happy. I'm
First
Jason
2-0
Garrett right
start for
now.
West Aurora since 2018. 3 touchdowns for Mason Atkins, 2 for Kawan Marshall, and Arizia Sylvester ran for 116 yards and a score from 45 yards out.
Eesh. Wow. Really good stats right there.
Yeah,
Hey, I'll
Mason
tell you.
Atkins, the quarterback, threw 3 touchdowns. I mean, whew, this
Yeah.
West Aurora team's looking good.
Yeah. No denying that. West Aurora, we're looking mighty fine to start the season.
Yep, and let's give how about we give a shout out to kicker to the how about we give a shout out to their kicker Casey Rooney, becoming the program's all-time leader in point after touchdowns.
Look at that. I mean, hey, you keep getting the end zone for touchdowns. You're gonna set your kicker up for PATs right there, and that's a whole team effort right there to make
Yep.
him the team leader in PATs.
Rams made it a 28-20 game, but the Blackhawks just kept scoring. That's how you got to win football games.
That's exactly how you do it. You just got to keep scoring on offense. That's how it's done nowadays.
Glenbard South, 41, East Aurora 7. Raiders are on the winning side. 4 touchdowns for running back Vontae Clark, and a freshman running back, Elijah Donahue, scored a couple touchdowns. A freshman running back.
Freshman running back. You don't really see that a whole lot often nowadays. I remember, God, last time I saw that happen was at my school. A freshman running back by the name of Marcellus Moore went to my high school.
Oh,
Yeah,
Marcellus Moore.
yep,
That dude
Marcellus
was
Moore.
fast.
Yeah, he was a freak of nature. He went to my high school. He stopped in late sophomore team week one. And then after that, he started on the varsity team the rest of the season, and no one could touch him. No one could stop him. That dude is insane. So he's a freak of nature.
Yep. Next one. And we apologize for leaving this team out last week, but we got you this week. Yes. Coach Big Pete's old school that he coached at. Westmont picks up a win, 56-34 over Catalyst Maria from Chicago.
That is a shootout right there, but hey, they pulled away when it mattered the most. So 22-point win. That's still a sizable gap.
Yep. Next one. Lions Township 30, Wheaton South 22.
Oof. Lions
The,
Township.
the, the Lions had full control in this game, up 21 to nothing. Sure, the Tigers got on the board with the Luca Carbonero touchdown to Amari Williams, make it 21 to 7. Carbonero threw 3 touchdowns, but the
Yeah.
only reason why you lose a game, man, is because time ran out. That's it.
They made it close, but still got to give them credit for it when it mattered the most.
Yep. Next one. And holy shit balls, Matt. Wheaton North, 22. Blackport, 21.
God, that
No
came
Atlanta
down.
Falcons curse for this Wheaton North Falcons team.
Oh, none at all against the pretty decent Lockport team, I would say.
Yeah.
Pretty decent. I mean, to take it down to the wire like that and beat them. And hey, Lockport, I covered them tomorrow night. They're taking on Nequa Valley, so that'll be a. I'm pretty sure I'm giving them the win over Nequa Valley. I mean, they came up just
Lockport was
short.
up 14. Lockport was up 14 to nothing. So they're the ones who pulled the Atlanta Falcons choke
Oh,
job.
yeah. Okay. So they're the one who pulled the choke job. Okay. That makes sense. That
Yeah.
makes perfect
This
sense.
Wheaton North team has fight.
They do. They have a lot of swagger, a lot of pizzazz to them. They're winning games when it matters the most. They're fighting back as a team. And hey, I mean, they start off slow, but they really come in when it
One of
matters
the
the
key
most.
moments of the game, Wheaton North held on to the ball for 7 minutes and 43 seconds in the second half before they scored a touchdown.
That, that's a killer drive right there.
Yep.
Especially if you're Lockport. You cannot take those drives 7 minutes to allow a touchdown. You cannot have those drives in football if you're an opposing defense.
Dylan Jung for the Falcons scored the touchdown to make it 21 to 20. And then quarterback Nick Johnson found Shane Diericks again, but this time for a 2-point conversion.
Hey, I mean, they went for two to win the game.
Yeah, 2 in the win.
That's some cojones right
I
there.
don't think I think there was still time left, but still
That
though.
that takes some massive fucking cojones to do.
Well, it paid off for the Falcons.
It paid off for them. That team, they have balls.
I
Like
know.
they
They're off to a great start. With how new this team is, I love the start
yeah.
they're off to.
Yeah, I like the start they're off to too. They're starting off sluggish, but they're finishing it just right.
And you got to win ugly, just like the Bears.
Exactly.
Next one, Lake Park, 31, Bartlett, 0.
Hey, this I rode with you Lancers. I went against you last time, and this time I rode with you and it worked. So, see? This is what happens
Yep,
here
yep.
when I go for the
Lake
other
Park had a
teams.
6-0 lead until a Victor Zespi strip sack to change the game. Lancers responded with a touchdown, and then the Lancers got a touchdown on special teams to go up 21 to nothing. Costa Zapeta recovered the touchdown on the bad snap for the punt. And yeah, no, this is a dominating game for Lake Park. I mean, they're dominating in all phases, which you love to see.
Yeah, exactly. You love to see it, and I mean, hey, this is what they need to be doing right here. They've had two very convincing wins to start their season off.
Wild continues their early season struggles, losing 40 to nothing to Seneca. Oof. Oof.
Eesh. Eesh.
Montini shuts out Hillcrest 21 to nothing. Good shit,
Mm.
Montini.
Yep, indeed.
St. Francis took down a team from Missouri called Lift for Life. These are some interesting school names, but St. Francis won 42 nothing. So,
Hey,
oh yeah,
booyah.
good,
Yep.
good for DuPage County. Wheaton Academy picks up their first win of the season. Wasn't an easy one though against St. Charles East, 28 to 17.
Yeah, that's a close one right there. That
Yeah,
wasn't easy,
Warriors were
but
down 10 to 7 at before halftime until a Nate Downey TD to Zach Moravec. They connected twice in that game. Wheaton Academy trailed 17 to 14 until they scored 14 unanswered to secure the win. Downey with 4 touchdowns on 232 yards passing. And St. Charles East only had 42 rushing yards.
hey, I mean, that's a statement right there, giving up just 42 rushing yards on defense. It says a whole lot about that unit right there.
Yep. West Chicago 2-0 after a 57-28 win over Joliet Central. Robert Lee 293 rushing yards. Carter Naranjo, the quarterback, 4 touchdowns on the ground. This is a ground and pound West Chicago team. Coach Chavez, I love your game plan so far.
That's yeah. Wow. 4 rushing touchdowns by the quarterback. We sure he ain't Lamar Jackson out there. Like
I
I
guess so.
I guess so. Like wow, that's 4 rushing touchdowns from a quarterback. You don't really see that every day. Including
But you
NFL,
do
but
from Carter Naranjo. But good for
hey,
him. Good for West
yeah,
Chicago. They're off to a good start.
exactly.
Next one, Fenton. Off to a 2-0 start after a 43-8 win over Streamwood. Okay, Fenton.
Yeah. Hey, nice start for them.
Yep. To our IHSA games of the week. Manuka, 16. Nequa Valley, 14. Much better performance from Keith Churong.
Yeah, better performance from him. This was again a little bit of a sluggish offense still for the Wildcats. I'll be covering their game tomorrow night against Lockport. I believe is that their home opener or were they
I
at
believe, yeah, no, it's their home opener.
okay, this will be their home opener tomorrow night. Okay, so that'll be an interesting one. Curious to see how that one goes, but
I was going to say, they need that win in the worst way possible.
yeah, they absolutely do.
Yeah, but yeah, no. Nequa Valley was trailing 13-0, came back to make it 14-13 until Sean Sample showed a good example how to win a football game.
That's what a way to put it. What a way to put it right there.
Hit the field goal with no time left. I mean, that's
Yeah.
Manuka. They're a good team.
Yeah. Wait, tomorrow night is not Nico Valley's senior night, is it?
They might do it. I think so, because they usually do it for their first home game.
Okay, so tomorrow night may be their senior night then. All right, that'll be interesting.
It might be.
Might be. Okay.
But it just shows that this Nequa Valley team you shouldn't sleep on. Let me just put it there.
No. No,
They're
you shouldn't
0-2, but they're a dangerous 0-2 team. Like Lockport, they take on
how they'll
Lockport
do
tomorrow, and
against
Lockport's
Lockport.
yeah, Lockport's not going to waffle stop Nequa tomorrow.
No. No, and they may not, but I'm curious to see how they do.
Yep.
I am very curious to see how they do.
Next one, and this one is kind of an eye opener to those football fans out there. Oswego 17, Joliet Catholic 0.
Hey, hey, I picked
You
Oswego.
did, you
I
did,
picked
you
Oswego to
did.
win. So I am cruising right now. I am just vibing. I am cruising. I am happy. I was so happy to
Hey, I'm
see
happy
them.
too. I'll take an Oswego win.
Hey, it was just another game. I picked them and you didn't. So um that's why I'm happy. But I called it that Oswego defense. They are not to be trifled with. And man, they shut down one of the best in all of Illinois.
Oh yeah, and if Oswego could keep it up, if Oswego could keep it up, they could be a potential state contender as well.
Yeah, they need more consistency on offense, but I love what they're doing from a defense
Hey, so far
standpoint.
so good. Next
Yeah.
one, and I think you got this one wrong last week, and I got it right. Maris 34, Brother Rice 27.
Yep, I did get this one wrong. I did get this one wrong. So yeah, you can laugh at me
The
about
game
that.
went
Hey,
to
this
overtime. John
hey,
McGuffel,
so
huh?
yeah.
John
I was
McGuffel,
close. It went to overtime.
yeah. John McGuffel plowed through the Brother Rice defense for the touchdown to win the game. He had 2 in that game.
Mm,
Basically, what you expect for the Battle of Pulaski, if I said that street name right.
yeah. Hey, I knew people from Rice. I went kind of on a little bit of a bias note, but yeah, hey, I was close. I was close to getting
You
that one
were.
right.
And we were, yeah, and I was close to getting it wrong, but I was right this time.
Yeah, you got me there. You did get me there.
Next game, Mount Carmel 28, St. Rita nothing. Okay, Mount Carmel has fully recovered after their week 1 loss.
Yeah, they have fully recovered. I would say they have no doubt shot back into contention.
Oh yeah, it just matters when.
Yeah, it's just a matter of not
and
if but when.
they have done it right now, and yeah, you just still can't fuck with Mount Carmel. They always say, man, fuck around and find out. You saw that bear
Yeah.
video I shared, you right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck around, you
she
find
fucked
out.
around and found out. As they always say, you're dead before you lay a finger on those cubby bears.
Yeah, yeah, that's don't even think about it.
All right, Matt. Let's go on to the week 3 portion of the DuPage games of the week. We have some pretty good games. We'll start with Andrew versus Naperville Central. Obviously, Naperville Central is off to a great start, beating teams like Naperville North and Hinsdale Central. Andrew might want to put a stop to that. Should be a good one
Yeah.
tomorrow night.
Should be a good one. This is still at Naperville Central, right?
Yep, I'm going to give the slight advantage to Naperville Central. I see it close in the first half, but Central will open up the floodgates in the second half.
Yeah, I made my I learned from my mistake with riding with the opposing team from last week, and I mean, score was right, but team was wrong. So I'm just
Yep.
gonna say Naperville Central wins, but I'm gonna get the team right, but I'm going to get the score wrong, probably. I'm gonna go 24-20 final score in favor of the Red Hawks.
Ooh, okay, okay. I'm
Yeah.
actually gonna pump up that score, actually, Matt. Now that you say that, I say the way we saw Sebastian Hayes play last week, he's just gonna get better. I'm gonna say 38-20 Red Hawks.
That's interesting. 38 to
I will
20.
give it 38-20 Red Hawks, and Andrew's last touchdown will come in garbage time.
Okay, that's fair. That's
Because I
fair.
feel like that's how dominant Central will play tomorrow night against Andrew. Andrew's got some studs, but
Yeah.
Central's got some
Yeah.
more
Okay.
studs.
They
Next
do.
one, Naperville North versus Lincoln Way Central. Matt, this is a much needed game for Naperville North because their home opener ain't an easy one. So I'm riding with the Huskies tomorrow night.
Huskies, Jacob Bell.
The
Uh,
offense will continue to do its thing. They'll clean up the mistakes and they will go to 2-1.
yeah, Jacob Bell. I feel like the passing game is going to be more open for him tomorrow. He's already off to a good start on his season. I'm looking forward to seeing him continuing that tomorrow night.
Absolutely. And yeah, no, it definitely should be a good one. Next game on the DuPage Run and Shoot Week 3 list. Waubonsie Valley goes to Bradley Bourbonnais. Give me the Warriors.
I'll go with the Warriors on this one. Haven't allowed any points at all this year.
They're gonna give up
Rest
some
in
points. They're gonna give up some points tomorrow night. I have a
there.
feeling.
I have a feeling, but yeah, that's gonna be. I'm still gonna go with them. Rest in peace to our friend Jaron, our coworker who has to travel all the way out there to work that game tomorrow
Yep,
night.
and best of luck to our coworker Preston, who just left for Wyoming this week.
Yeah, Preston,
For his
best of luck. Wish you the best out there. Hope you enjoy it out there, and we'll see you on the flip side, buddy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But I'm going with Waubonsie Valley to beat Bradley Bourbonnais. Next one, Bennett Academy goes to the city to face De La Salle.
Ooh, our coworker Logan, he's got a fun one tomorrow night. I believe
Well, he
that's
lives in the city,
yeah,
so
yeah, he lives right there. So,
yep.
yeah, that's not a far travel for him. This one's gonna be a tough one. Will we see the betted run game be consistent again? And
I'm
will
going to
we
take Bennett Academy, and I feel like they're going to unload the running and the passing game. I mean, they did that too against Moline.
Yeah, I would like to think so against De La Salle. Give me 35-21 final score, Red Wings.
Oh, I like that as well. That's a good choice. Red Wings will go to 3-0. That would be huge because their schedule is not easy. I
No,
mean, they got St. Viator next Friday.
and I'm working that game.
Yep, you get to see Cole Komet's brother.
Yeah, I'd love I'm Cole Komet's probably not going to be there because that's
Oh,
the
the
week
Bears
before
play
the
in Indy
Colts.
that weekend, so he's going to be gone.
Yeah, he'll be gone, but hey, that'd still be nice to work that one.
Yep. Next one, big one. Downers Grove North versus Glenbard West.
Give me the Trojans.
Give me the Trojans as well. They're going to give up some points for sure, but
Yeah,
this Downers Grove North team is just, oh boy.
they're next level. They are just
Yep.
next level.
Next one, Hinsdale Central versus Lions Township.
I'm gonna go Lions Township on this one. I'm
Yeah,
actually gonna go.
I'm gonna take
Yeah.
I'm gonna take Lions Township for this one as well. And hey, if Hinsdale Central wins, I'll be happy.
I mean, I won't hate it. I won't hate a Hinsdale Central win. I mean, as long as
Yeah,
they just don't, as long as they just keep the shit talking to a minimum.
exactly. But yeah, no, I'm gonna give the slight advantage to Lions Township. I will say Lions 30, Hinsdale Central 20.
Yeah. Yeah.
Next one, York versus Downers Grove South. This one's kind of a no-brainer. Give me York.
Yeah. Give me York too. I don't like to admit it, especially with them beating up my alma mater. But York is nigh unstoppable right now. Sorry, Mustangs, you don't have enough against this ranked team.
Next game, Leiden versus Hinsdale South. I'm going to take the Hornets.
I'm gonna go with the Hornets too on this one. That offense looks very good so far this year.
Next one, big test coming up. West Chicago takes on Glenbard South.
Ooh,
Big first test for West Chicago. Matt, as they always say, want to be the best, beat the
yeah,
best. And I
yes.
think West Chicago has that energy in them tomorrow night.
I think they will have that energy too, but I think that energy is gonna come up just a bit short.
So one of us will be eating shit next week with this pick. Okay.
One of us will be eating shit with this pick next week.
Next one, Wheaton Warrenville South has a tough test tomorrow against Geneva.
Oh, Geneva.
Geneva led
Oh,
by Georgia commit Talon Taylor.
oh boy. I'm
I'm going
going
to
the
take Geneva in this one.
Geneva, their mascot name is the Vikings, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, give me the Vikings.
Yep, give me Geneva. Next one. This is a good one. St. Charles North versus Wheaton North.
Ooh.
We obviously
Um,
saw Wheaton North grind out 2 wins. St. Charles North is 2-0 with wins over Palatine and Crete Moni.
yeah.
The game is at St. Charles North. You know what? With how hot the Falcons have been lately, Matt, I'm going to take the Falcons.
I think the Falcons, yes, I'm gonna go with the Falcons on this one. I'm not sure if they'll pull off another come from behind
It's
win,
going to
but
come down to the wire again tomorrow night. I just know
yeah,
it.
they'll win. They'll win ugly, or
Oh,
they'll
yeah,
either
of
come back
course.
to win. Yeah, but
Next
hey,
game.
like to see it.
Yep, next game. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Lake Park versus Batavia.
Oh, I
You know
doubted
what?
you.
I'm happy to see the Lancers starting 2-0, but sorry, I got to bet against you guys this week. I'm taking Batavia.
Do you remember what happened when I bet against the Lancers?
Okay, but
That's
Batavia is
what they're
10 times
going to
better.
do to you this weekend.
You're taking the Lancers, aren't you?
Actually, but you say Batavia is better than them, and I'm just gonna have to follow logic here and just go with the Bulldogs.
Yeah, no, the Bulldogs have found their groove with this new team. I mean, if Lake Park pulls the win out of their asses, I'll be
Yeah.
happy, but I'm taking Batavia.
Sorry, Lancers, I'm going against you this week.
Yep, we're going against you guys this week. Next one. This is a good one. IC versus St. Ignatius. Give me the Knights, please.
IC versus St. Ignatius. Yeah, I'm going IC on this one. Sorry, St. Ignatius.
Next one. Montini versus Marist.
Give me Montini.
I'm gonna say, with how good Montini's been, this is definitely a great test for them. I'm gonna take the Broncos.
Yes.
The couple times I bet against them, they've actually won, so I'm gonna go with Montini.
Yeah.
Next game, St. Francis versus Loyola. Oh my God, how many times is Loyola gonna make their way on this show?
Um, I'm gonna go Loyola on this one.
Yeah, I gotta pick Loyola too.
Mm-hmm. I'm going Loyola.
To our IHSA games of the week. Big game coming up in the North Suburban Conference. Libertyville versus Stevenson. Two 2-0 teams.
Ooh. Oh boy.
Libertyville's quarterback, Quinn Shambo, has 12 touchdowns so far. Keep in mind, we've only
Libertyville's
played two.
quarterback
Yeah.
and 12 touchdowns, just 2 games.
Yeah. This is a game where defense is going to be optional because
Yes,
both
very much
teams
so.
love their offense.
Give me Libertyville on this one.
Yeah, I'm going to take Libertyville as well. It should be a good one, though.
Mm-hmm.
Next game, Peoria versus Morris. A high-powered offense versus a strong ground and pound Morris team. I'm going to give the edge to Peoria.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Peoria on this one here too. Wow, and they're coming up to Morris.
Yeah, the game is at Morris.
Okay,
They're
gotcha.
not going to let the road trip get to them, and they're going to get the win.
Exactly.
Well, keep in mind, Morris is only is like a little over a half hour from where we are, so the drive will not be bad for Peoria.
No, no, it won't. I mean, Morris, I'm closer to Morris than you are. It's like maybe 25,
Oh
30,
yeah.
40-minute drive. Peoria, I've driven down there. It's like a 2-hour drive if you go down to Bradley University. Nice campus, by the way.
Yep,
So yeah, I mean, this is like technically like an hour and 20-minute drive for Peoria, I would say.
for sure. Final game, Marmion versus St. Viator. I will take St. Viator.
I will take St. Viator too. I'm looking forward to seeing them in action against Bennett next weekend.
Yep. All right, Matt. Well, that'll do it for our games and stuff. Super excited for another week of high school football. But first, let's touch on our team of the week. Matt, who's your team of the week?
Oh boy. My team of the week is going to be the Wabansie Valley Warriors.
I love
Uh
that pick.
yeah, I mean 64 nothing head start to your season. I mean, I know like Downers Grove North is better in terms of a scoring differential, but with a new head coach for the Warriors to have that kind of start like that, you can't take anything away from them and those
No,
players right
not at
there.
all. My team of the week. I did tell you earlier this week, but I changed it because this team deserves more credit. Fenton's went 0-9 last year, starting off 2-0, and have scored 78 total points in their first two games. I don't care who they played.
Yeah.
Look at the start.
Yeah.
And this is the first time
That's a good one right there.
Fenton has surpassed a 30-point game since the spring of 2021.
God, when COVID was still a thing.
Yep.
Wow.
But yeah,
That's
congratulations, Ben,
interesting.
for being my team of the week. Congratulations, Wabansie Valley, for being Matt's team of the week. We look forward to seeing who we'll have next week. And that wraps
Ex-
up another exciting episode of the DuPage Run and Shoot. Matt, as always, thank you for coming on.
Hey, thanks again for having me on. Fun being your co-host to start the season and looking forward to some more football action tomorrow night.
Yep. Everybody can find Matt on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. He's everywhere. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Don't forget to check out the Kodos Mojo Twitter. A new episode just dropped this week. And
I love it.
yep, gotta love it. But for now, we are excited for week 3 of the high school football season. Matt, which game are you looking forward for tomorrow, besides the one you're at?
Oh man. The one I'm looking forward to the most. Oh boy. Um
Looking
I'm
forward
honestly
for
looking
St.
forward
Charles
to
North and Wheaton North. That's going to be a good one.
that's gonna be a good one. I'm looking forward to seeing how Naperville North does tomorrow.
I like that pick, Matt.
Yep.
Well, thank you everyone for tuning in to the DuPage Run and Shoot. We will see you next week.